Hello there, this is Aidan Jonah, Editor-in-Chief of the Canada Files, bringing some important news to your eyes and ears. That news is in fact the comments of a New Brunswick politician, that is a Canadian province. Dominic Cardy is a politician in question. Now, Mr. Cardy was caught in a comment by Grey Zone editor Max Blumenthal. Cardy's comment was in fact wishing that Julian Assange, publisher of Wikileaks, had been killed in their terror attack in St. Petersburg, Russia, that killed war reporter Vladlen Tatarsky. So people may wonder in the first place why there is such disdain on Mr. Cardy's part against Julian Assange and Wikileaks. Well, that can be explained a bit, in fact, in this article that I did for the Canada Files. You'll get some core idea of why this happened. Well, Mr. Cardy, of course, worked for the National Democratic Institute, which is an arm of the National Endowment for Democracy, which itself is a regime change arm of the US government and a CIA front. Now, Cardy worked for the NDI in a variety of places during the 2000s, and of course, he worked from 2005 to 2008 in Nepal. So, Cardy worked effectively with the opposition to Maoists who had led the fight to remove the Nepali monarchy from power from more than a decade, starting in 1996. Cardy's and the NDI's main work was, in essence, to try to stop the Maoists from getting into power and to help the opposition run campaign for the election. This is a quote outright I want to pull up here, as you'll see. Quote, "The political parties did not know how to run a real, clean campaign." Quote, "The NDI with the right experts could." Just to give you an idea of how blatant it was, effectively the US government trying to help the Nepali opposition prevent the Maoists from getting into power. But the question is, you may be asking, where did we learn about this information? And this is where the connection comes in. It is thanks to WikiLeaks' Public Library of US Diplomacy that we are aware of Cardy and the NDI's actions in Nepal. And this, in my view, can explain why Dominic Cardy had such a hatred for WikiLeaks. Because, of course, not only did his efforts and the NDI efforts in Nepal fail, Maoists won the elections, and Maoist leader Pushkar Kamal Dahal became the prime minister of Nepal in August of 2008. So it's a double whammy for Cardy. He, of course, got caught by WikiLeaks and the leaks that got to the public eye, and he had, of course, already failed in Nepal. So in my view, these are the core reasons, of course, why you have New Brunswick politician Dominic Cardy wishing death upon Mr. Assange. Now, Cardy has gone on to, he led the Canadian Social Democratic Party, the New Democratic Party, for a few years. And then when he was, of course, Minister of Education and Early Childhood Development, Cardy worked relentlessly to get rid of the province's Confucius Institutes, demonizing it, calling it Chinese propaganda. And eventually, before he left office, he did succeed in this effort. They cut, once Cardy came in by August 2019, you had a plan announced to shut down the Confucius Institutes. And then, of course, by 2023, when Cardy left the progressive conservative government that leads New Brunswick, he had succeeded in that aim. So that, folks, should help you understand all about Dominic Cardy and who he really is. Before we go, I'm just going to quickly link to you over here. If you look in the top corner, you will see a QR code where you could actually go ahead, scan that, and it would take you to the Canada Files donor box page. All right, folks. Well, thank you very much for watching this video. I hope you folks have a terrific day. And this will be a new thing going forward. We're going to try to expand video content. We don't have time to do 10 analysis pieces a month, but we're going to get creative in how we cover these things. We want to be more on top of the modern comments, effects, etc. We want to be timely, and we want to branch out as we are. So thank you very much for watching. Hope you have a great day. Goodbye.